You're tuned into WBANJO 99.9 FM, broadcasting live from the backroom drywall of the abandoned garage, right behind the Speedway gas station here in the heart of Imlay City, Lapeer County, Michigan. We just cleared the cobwebs out of the studio after a '94 Chevy truck crashed straight through our transmitter tower. Pull up a bucket, spit your dip, and listen to the official ballad of the M53 Backwoods Circus! It started on a morning that was wet and full of fog, when a piece of Sears old carpet hovered lower than a hog. It was backfiring and sputtering, a threadbare piece of junk, scraping pine knots off the timber, smelling louder than a skunk. Cross-legged on the thread, rubbing on a gravy boat to wake the genie from the dead. He talked a feller down to $2 whole at a yard sale down the creek, but that old flying rug was riding low and springing a nasty leak. Tune your dials to WBANJO, turn the static up real high. We got international summits falling out the Michigan sky. There's a 7-foot-tall genie wearing Liberty overalls, building brick walls in the air and bouncing off the garage walls. Fishtailing wild down M53, the craziest damn broadcast in the whole history. Boom! With the gravy boat, the lid went into orbit high, and a rolling cloud of Aquanet hairspray filled up the sky. Out materialized Genie Trump, chewing on a strip of deer, looking sharper than a pocket knife in his fancy blue suit gear. He grabbed old BB's flip phone, said, "Look at this group chat. You're texting Vladimir about a secret combat spat. You struck an Iranian cargo ship, you're playing in the brush, and now you want the USA bandwagon? Everybody hush." With a blast of orange lightning, the Chevy cab was gone. They were inside Aladdin's lamp before the break of dawn. The Oval Office walls were brass, what's left in funhouse view, with a desk made out of butcher block and old truck axle screws. Zelensky sat a-begging on a plastic milk crate, asking for some heavy-duty funding from the state. But Genie Trump just hollered, "No, the bandwagon is stuck. You can't go roping Europe into pushing out your truck." Tune your dials to WBANJO, turn the static up real high. We got international summits falling up the Michigan sky. There's a 7-foot-tall genie wearing Liberty overalls, building brick walls in the air and bouncing off the garage walls. Fishtailing wild down M53, the craziest damn broadcast in the whole history. They crashed right through our drywall with a terrible clack and thud, trading off the magic lamp for a truck to hit the mud. Zelensky got 3 funnel cakes and a giant stuffed up mule, while Genie Trump kicked Johnny straight pipe right off the stool. He took the WBANJO microphone, turned it to a hot corn dog, and broadcasted this message out across the swamp and bog. We had a beautiful crash, folks, the greatest Lapeer's ever seen. Now we're heading to the Waffle House in a rusty old machine. Now the Chevy short box is roaring into the setting sun.
Chugging Speedway sweet tea,
having premium
backwoods fun.
Bibby's riding clutches.
Trump says the flavor's phenomenal.
And that's the story live on your favorite radio barnacle. Keep your banjos picking, boys. Don't touch that dial! Whoa, now hold on to your overalls and drop that tobacco spit. We are hightailing it away from our regular hillbilly picking on WBANJO 99.9 FM because the Backwoods just went plumb crazy. Pull up a flipped over 5-gallon bucket, sit your narrow behind down and listen close. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but a flying rug on our Kuon hunting radar turned out to be a threadbare piece of old Sears living room carpet. It was sputtering, backfiring, and coughing like a cold started John Deere tractor on a wet, miserable Michigan morning. It hovered lower than a pregnant soul's belly, scraping pine knots off the timber and tearing TV antennas right off the double wides deep in the sticks.
Old Bibi Netanyahu was sitting cross-legged right in the dead center of it. He looked as confused as a hog on ice, rubbing furiously on a shiny brass gravy boat.
He talked a feller down to $2 for at a yard sale down the gravel road. All of a sudden, thunder almighty, boom!
The lid popped sky high like a loose champagne cork at a shotgun wedding.
Out burped a rolling cloud of orange smoke so thick it smelled like a backyard charcoal burn,
mixed with a whole rusted out can of premium
Aquanet hairspray. Out of that blinding orange chemical scented fog materialized a 7-foot-tall Genie.
It looked exactly like Big Donald Trump wearing nothing but faded
Liberty overalls and a greasy John Deere hat, chewing on a piece of tough deer jerky.
He barked into the wind,
asking if anybody knew the quickest shortcut to the nearest Waffle House.
Bibi's flying carpet gave one final tragic metallic wheeze.
It dropped a nasty puddle of transmission fluid
right onto the hood of Earl's Primer Gray.
El Camino and nose-dived headfirst into a patch of poison ivy.
Out stepped Big Donald Trump, suddenly looking sharper than a new pocket knife in a fancy blue suit,
squinting down at that raggedy piece of carpet like it owed him child support.
He looked around the sky and boomed,
"Your wish is my command.
I am at your service.
And let me tell you, nobody does wishes better than me.
Huge wishes.
Tremendous service.
The fake news won't tell you about my wishes,
but they are spectacular." Right next to them on the rug, Zelensky dropped straight to his knees. He grabbed the fringe of the carpet, begging the new Genie for help with all his might.
Pointing down at the Passlapier County landscape, the magic carpet was completely overloaded
and riding lower than a broken axle log truck. Netanyahu was sweating bullets
trying to steer the rug around a rusted out water tower,
while Zelensky kept shouting over the wind, begging for extra gear, heavy equipment,
and maybe a couple of used combines.
Jenny Trump just leaned back against a pile of invisible clouds, checked his red tie,
and announced into the wind that this was
the most beautiful flight in the history of flights.
Netanyahu yelled that they needed to land before they hit a dairy barn,
but Genie Trump declared the barn was
low energy
and used his magic powers to start building a brick wall
right around the edges of the carpet.
Instead, Zelensky
asked if the wall came with a foreign aid package,
while the rug just kept
spinning absolute circles over a muddy cat fish pond.
Finally, the carpet gave out completely,
Backfiring like an old straight pipe muffler on a demo derby car.
and went into a nasty tailspin right over M53.
It narrowly missed the big Ferris wheel at the Eastern Michigan State Fair.
Sending carny folks and yahoos holding funnel cakes.
Running for the bushes with a deafening crash. The carpet, Netanyahu, Zelensky, and Genie Trump blasted right through the rotting wooden doors of the abandoned garage, hiding directly behind the Speedway gas station.
They landed in a dusty heap of old Goodyear tires, right against the drywall of our very own WBANJO 99. Bar 9 FM radio studio. The bass from our bluegrass tracks was making the garage rafters rattle. Netanyahu
Completely covered in cobwebs and spider webs.
tried to fold the torn rug up before the local sheriff showed up to write a ticket.
Zelensky immediately started scavenging the garage floor for spare truck parts and baling wire to fix it.
While Genie Trump stepped out of the pile of rusty hubcaps,
Looked in a broken rearview mirror.
and told the Speedway gas station,
But the garage was a total disaster area.
but had great potential for a luxury high-rise trailer park.
Before the Speedway clerk could even dial the law,
Genie Trump marched right through the drywall,
kicked our local DJ Johnny
straight pipe push off the microphone,
and went live across the entire Michigan thumb area.
In a blinding flash of orange fire and sulfur smoke that smelled distinctly like a burning tire fire at a scrapyard, the cab of the Chevy truck completely vanished. Suddenly, all three of them were no longer bouncing down the Michigan asphalt. They were sitting inside the grand, high-ceilinged, circular Oval Office. Except this wasn't Washington, D.C. The entire room was magically constructed inside the hollow belly of Aladdin's shiny brass gravy boat lamp. The walls were made of curved, polished yellow brass that reflected their faces like a funhouse mirror at the county fair. Instead of bulletproof glass, the windows were just giant, open portholes looking out into a swirling vortex of vaporized transmission fluid and mystical blue smoke. The resolute desk was a giant, varnished oak butcher block propped up by 4 rusted truck axles. Hanging right behind Genie Trump's plush velvet swivel chair wasn't an American flag, but a massive hand-stitched camo tarp with "Make American Wishes Great Again" spray-painted in neon orange.
Genie Trump leaned back, propping his snakeskin boots right up on the butcher block desk, shaking his head at the 2 foreign leaders who were still sitting on a pair of overturned plastic milk crates.
Welcome to the real Oval Office, fellas. The mainstream media won't show you this lamp because it's too beautiful.
The craftsmanship,
Incredible, made in America, mostly.
Genie Trump boomed, his voice echoing off the brass walls like a hound dog barking down a well tile.
Now sit down, shut up, and let's talk about this absolute train wreck of a foreign policy you're running from your group text. Bibi tried to adjust his tie, but it had turned into a live garter snake.
Donald, please, Iran is causing a ruckus at the county line.
If Europe joins the USA bandwagon,
We can clear out the whole briar patch.
Bibi, your bandwagon has a flat tire.
And you're trying to drive it into
A swamp. Genie Trump scoffed.
waving a hand to summon a levitating plate of Speedway roller grill roller bites.
You want Europe? Europe doesn't even pay their dues to the country club, okay?
They're freeloaders.
They want our premium high-octane aid, but
They don't want to buy the gas.
and you, Vladimir,
Striking ships.
you're playing with matches in a fireworks tent.
Zelensky looked around the shiny press room, complete early days.
So, no extra funding from the lamp.
The lamp is closed for restructuring.
Genie Trump declared, slamming his fists down and making a bucket of bait shop minnows on the desk rattle. We're doing a total pause on the bandwagon.
No more free rides for folks popping Iranian boats without asking the big genie first.
Spit your dip and pull a bucket on up. There's a 7-foot genie in a short box truck. Big Don Trump's in a Liberty vest, squeezed between BB and the wild Midwest.
We're fishtailing wild down in 53 inside a
brass lamp,
just as cozy as can be.
Oh, BB was floating on a Sears showroom rug, chugging down sweet tea from a Speedway mug. He was checking his text by the dashboard glow, scheming up a plan for a big boat blow.
He buzzed Vladimir,
hey, let's sink an oil boat.
hoping Uncle Sam would keep the battlefield afloat.
He wanted all of Europe on the bandwagon track to jump in the mud hole and never look back. But the carpet hit the dirt with a terrible wheeze right on Earl's Camino, dropping grease on its knees. Out popped the genie with his John Deere hat, chewing deer jerky where the premium Aquanet sat.
He grabbed Bibby's phone,
Said, you think I wouldn't see?
this group chat disaster is a total tragedy.
You're messing with Iran, playing matches in the brush. Now sit your behinds down and everybody hush. Spit your dip and pull a bucket on up. There's a 7-foot genie in a short box truck. Big Don Trump's in a Liberty vest, squeezed between BB and the wild Midwest.
We're fishtailing wild down in 53 inside a
Brass lamp,
just as cozy as can be.
with a flash of orange fire and a burning tire smell, they vanished from the Chevy to a shiny brass shell.
The whole Oval Office was inside a gravy boat,
with truck axle desks and a camouflage coat.
Zelensky sat a-begging on a plastic milk crate,
asking for some funding and a heavy-duty freight.
Genie Trump hollered,
Know the bandwagon stuff?
you can't go sinking ships when you're riding in my truck.
Now the Chevy's backfiring past the Tractor Supply, with a funnel cake scent blowing up in the sky.
Bibby's riding clutches, Trump is drinking his tea,
And they're looking for a Waffle House on M53.
yeah, they're looking for a waffle
In a 94 Chevy truck. got a text on his flip phone screen
from a fella named Amer,
looking mighty mean. He said, I took a little pot shot
at an oil tanker boat.
Now I need a 10-ton tractor
just to keep my tail afloat.
Baby called up Europe, said get your boots on quick.
We're jumping on the USA bandwagon in the thick.
But they didn't count on Genie Trump sitting in the middle,
playing all their secret text messages like a fiddle. Oh, the bandwagon stuck deep down in the swamp. Baby's riding clutches and Zelensky wants to stomp.
Big Don's in his overalls, chewing on a rhyme,
leaving all them 4 and 8 packages behind.
Fishtailing sideways down the Lapeer County line,
looking for a Waffle House
and making great time.
Genie Trump reached over, hit the old Chevy horn,
spit a stream of wintergreen right into the corn.
He said, baby, you're a schemer,
but your negotiating's poor.
You can't go roping Europe into another county war.
They don't even pay their dues to the local country club.
Now you want my magic lamp to back you in the scrub.
This whole group chat disaster is a total low-energy mess,
worse than a raccoon tangled in a bridal dress. Oh, the bandwagon stuck deep down in the swamp. Baby's riding clutches and Zelensky wants to stomp.
Big Don's in his overalls, chewing on a rhyme,
leaving all them 4 and 8 packages behind.
Fishtailing sideways down the Lapeer County line,
looking for a Waffle House and making great time.
Zelensky cried, oh Genie, just a couple million bits
to fix this rusty radiator before the engine splits.
Trump leaned back against the glass and shook his orange head.
I'll buy you 3 funnel cakes
and a stuffed mule instead.
Yeah, the Chevy's backfiring past the tractor repair,
with a big cloud of Aquanet blowing through the air.
No high-octane funding for your battleship attack,
just a 94 short box
riding on the tracks.
There's a magical place right behind the Speedway pump, built by the wishes of a 7-foot Trump.
It ain't made of marble
and it ain't made of stone.
It's a shiny brass gravy boat where the Genie throws his bone.
The walls are all curvy like a funhouse mirror view,
and the windows are just holes where the dual exhaust blows through.
You walk through the drywall of WBANJO station
and find the ovalist office in the history of the nation.
Inside the gravy boat,
polishing the brass,
Genie Trump is telling them to sit down
on the grass.
The desk is made of butcher block and 4 rusted axles,
decorated up with some old velvet taxidermy castles.
Baby sitting trembling on a plastic milk crate,
while Genie Trump decides the whole world's fate.
Zelensky looked around at the green camel tarp,
trying to play a sad song on a rusty Jew's harp.
He said, "Where's the golden columns and the treasury vault?"
Genie Trump laughed loud,
said, "Your strategy's at fault.
The fake news won't tell you, but this lamp is premium grade,
the greatest piece of hardware that a yard sale ever made.
You brought a sinking boat planning to my oval room.
Now I'm gonna hit your budget
with a magic broom." Inside the gravy boat, polishing the brass,
Genie Trump is telling them to
sit down on the grass.
The desk is made of butcher block and 4 rusted axles,
decorated up with some old velvet taxidermy castles.
Baby sitting trembling on a plastic milk crate,
while Genie Trump decides the whole world's fate.
Baby tried to argue for his Backwoods campaign, but his clip-on tie turned into a snake in the rain. It hissed at his whiskers and it crawled down his vest,
proving Genie magic is the meanest and the best.
So if you see a shiny lamp
sitting in the weeds,
don't go rubbing on it
for your foreign policy needs.
You'll just get Big Don Trump
in a John Deere cap,
telling you your wars are a total local trap. Sitting by the Eastern Michigan Fair, eating cider donuts with the dust in his hair,
when a '94 Chevy went a screaming past the gate, carrying 3 fellers from a different corporate state.
Baby had his chin up, staring through the bugs. Zelensky had a pocket full of sparking glow plugs, and a giant orange Genie was a-sitting in the cracks, yelling out the window about the luxury property tax. Run, boys, run, the trooper's got his light.
Blueberry flashes in the middle of the night.
We're hauling down the blacktop on M53,
the weirdest damn trio that Lapeer will ever see.
We're the lamp in the glove box and transmission fluid leaks. We've been running from the courthouse
for going trooper hit his siren, but the Chevy wouldn't yield. Bibby took a shortcut through a muddy soybean field. The giant stuffed mule went a-flying from the bed, hit the trooper's windshield and wrapped around his head.
Genie Trump was cheering, that's a beautiful maneuver.
Nobody avoids the law like my driver and his Hoover.
Build a big brick wall across the county baseline road and make the next township pay for the whole load.
Run, boys, run, the trooper's got his light.
Blueberry flashes in the middle of the night.
We're hauling down the blacktop on M53,
the weirdest damn trio that Lapeer will ever see.
with a lamp in the glove box and transmission fluid leaks.
We've been running from the courthouse
for going on 2 weeks.
Zelensky yelled,
the trooper's got a heavy-duty truck.
if he hooks us with a winch,
then we are out of luck.
but Genie Trump just winked and turned the cruiser's tires to lard,
leaving that poor lawman spinning donuts in the yard.
now the Chevy's back on pavement,
Roaring past the barn,
spinning political spinners.
and spinning country on.
Keep your foot down, baby, don't you dare look back.
We're the kings of M53 on the hillbilly track.
I've traveled from the thumb down to the Ohio line, seen a lot of fellas trying to change water into wine,
But I ain't never seen a man quite like Vladimir, trying to start a ruckus with a broken steering gear.
he went down to the river where the cargo lines float, and threw a dynamic cherry bomb right at an Iranian boat.
Now the whole wide world is shaking and the creek is rising high,
And
Beavy's trying to catch a ride across the Michigan sky.
don't strike the boat, my Amer,
Leave the ships alone. The big genie's watching from his shiny brass throne.
you can't go sinking barges just to get another dime.
You're causing a disruption of the local country time. Keep your hands on the plow and your mind on the crop before the big genie makes the whole bandwagon stop.
Oh, baby went to Europe looking for a fighting crew.
He said the USA bandwagon has room enough for you.
We'll load up all the muskets and we'll head into the brush.
But Genie Trump stood up and told the neighbors hush.
That boat was low energy,
wasn't worth a scrap.
And now you want my taxpayers to
fall into your trap. I'm putting on a pause, and I'm locking up the VA
until you pay the bills for the messes that you made. Don't strike the boat, Amer. Leave the ships alone. The big Genie's watching from his shiny brass throne. You can't go sinking barges just to get another dime.
You're causing a disruption of the local country time. Keep your hands on the plow and your mind on the crop before the big Genie makes the whole bandwagon stop.
So take your orange engine paint and paint your rusty truck,
and pray to the Almighty for a little better luck.
leave the shipping lanes alone,
And stay out of the swamp
or Genie Trump will fix you
with a heavy booted stomp.
Carpet was a goner, just a pile of greasy rag left behind the gas station inside a garbage bag. But we traded off the gravy boat to an unsuspecting carny for a giant stuffed up donkey and a line of smooth-talk Blarney.
Now we're riding three abreast in a primer-colored ride with a global coalition sitting tangled up inside.
We ain't got no leather seats
And the floorboards letting dust,
but we're rolling down the highway
in a vehicle we trust.
and that Speedway sweet tea
Is absolutely phenomenal.
it's cold as a winter,
And it's big as a barnacle.
Genie Trump is chugging,
From a 60-ounce cup,
telling Bibi Netanyahu to
speed the Chevy up.
we got funnel cakes on the dash,
Sticky grease on the wheel,
and we're making the greatest Lapeer
county deal. Zelensky's in the corner with his face against the glass,
watching all the dairy cows in the fields of alfalfa grass.
He said this sugar water
Is the best I've ever had.
that it makes the whole blockade
Feel a little less bad.
Baby took a big old gulp
And almost missed the turn.
Spilling sticky syrup on his clean-shaved sideburn.
Genie Trump just barked.
Tremendous flavor, folks, it's true.
The fake news drinks the unsweet, but this is made for me and you. And that Speedway sweet tea
is absolutely phenomenal.
it's cold as the winter,
And it's big as a barnacle.
Genie Trump is chugging,
From a 60-ounce cup,
telling Bibi Netanyahu to
speed the Chevy up.
we got funnel cakes on the dash,
Sticky grease on the wheel,
and we're making the greatest Lapeer County deal. We passed the Tractor Supply,
and we passed the local church.
leaving all our global conflicts sitting in the lurch.
Who needs an international summit in a fancy hall?
When you got a short box Chevy and a brick magic wall. So raise your plastic cups high,
All you yahoos in the hills,
we're letting Genie Trump pay the
gas station bill.
roaring down Highway 53, right into the setting sun. The wildest backwoods circus
Since 1991
yeah, that's sweet tea.
is phenomenal.
Well, folks, DJ Johnny Straight Pipe Hush here, sweeping up the drywall dust and corn dog sticks left behind by the most powerful genie in Lapeer County. You know, looking out through that big hole in our studio wall at the taillights of Earl's El Camino, it makes a feller think. We spent all night watching world leaders trade ancient magic for funnel cakes and swap a flying tapestry for a rusty old Chevy truck with a slipping clutch. And it teaches us a profound, heartfelt lesson about this crazy journey we call life. It reminds us that no matter how big your global conflicts are, or how heavy your bandwagon gets when you're trying to drag Europe into your backyard briar patch, you can't navigate the potholes of tomorrow if you're constantly texting on your flip phone today. True peace ain't found in a shiny brass gravy boat, and it sure as heck ain't found in striking cargo ships. When the big genie told you to sit tight, it's found in the simple things, like a cold cup of Speedway sweet tea, a bench seat wide enough for three, and knowing exactly which exit leads to the Waffle House. Turn your dials down low, y'all. Here's our final song of the evening. The dust has finally settled on the fairground baseline road. The short box Chevy's fading with its heavy worldly load. The brass lamp sitting empty by the local carny tent, a token of the global lay that never quite got spent. Old Bibi's arms are aching from that heavy steering wheel, and Vladimir is learning how a funnel cake can heal. They started out with visions of a grand alliance spark, but ended up just sharing space inside a trailer park. So sign off, WBANJO, let the tubes and tower cool. We've learned a lot of wisdom from a magic-wielding fool. You can't patch up a broken world with shiny brass and pride. Sometimes you need a primer truck to take you for a ride. The grandest wishes in the world don't mean a doggone thing The walls were bright and clear, reflecting all the vanity, the secrets and fear. But when the genie slammed his fist and locked the treasury door, they realized the bandwagon was going nowhere more. We chased these high-stakes battles through the swamp and through the mud, forgetting we're just passengers of flesh and bone and blood. Genie Trump looked in the mirror, saw his faded John Deere hat, and reminded us that simple truths are where the power's at. So sign off, WBANJO, let the tubes and tower cool. We learned a lot of wisdom from a magic-wielding fool. You can't patch up a broken world with shiny brass and pride. Sometimes you need a primer truck to take you for a ride. The grandest wishes in the world don't mean a doggone thing if you don't know how to listen to the song the Backwoods sing. The sun is dropping lower on Highway 53. The transmission fluid's leaking, but the souls are flying free. No more secret group chats, no more battles on the sea. Just three tired fellers drinking Speedway premium sweet tea. Yeah, the tea is phenomenal, and the night is finally still. This is WBANJO 99.9 FM. Shutting down our transmitter for the night to baby Vladimir and the big genie out there somewhere on the blacktop. We hope you found that Waffle House, and we hope they didn't charge you extra for the scattered, smothered, and covered hash browns. To the rest of Lapeer County, keep your tailgates up, your hearts open, and your bandwagons parked until you know who's paying for the gas. Be kind to your neighbors. Don't play with matches in the fireworks tent. And remember, nobody does wishes better than the good Lord above. Good night, Lapeer. Sleep tight, Michigan. We'll see you at sunrise.